What is up, everyone? Kyle here, otherwise known as Twisted500, back with another video. Today I'll be doing the after of the Kelltrac Posi-lock system. Unfortunately, as you can see, the drag wheels are on. I noticed that the R888Rs were rubbing just a little bit. Show you the picture here. So as you can see, they were rubbing a little bit, and I didn't have time to adjust camber. It's just a camber issue on that side. The car has been tracked before, so it's negative 2.7 degrees of camber in the rear. Actually, you can kind of see them there a little bit in the back. So yeah, a lot of camber. Not good for drag racing, good for road coursing. Haven't had a chance to get the camber taken care of yet. MITM is coming up here soon, so these next two videos are kind of blur together. I figured there'll be nothing better to see how they work than actually at the track. So you'll get a So if you're watching the next two videos and they look kind of the same, some of the videos are the same, that's why. I'll be doing a post of the Posi-lock system, and then I'll be showing you guys MTIM as well. So yeah, drag wheels on the back, light speed racing wheels are up front. I'm gonna keep it somewhat similar so it does turn. I know the drag radials won't turn as well as the R888Rs, but that's okay. So we're going to go get the car out, drive a little bit, see how it feels. Obviously, I won't be able to hit the turns too hard, but we'll get to see how the car feels launching, things like that. Today we are off to MITM Elite. Car's all loaded up. We'll just drive over there, meet my dad beforehand, and then we will roll in together. Racer gates open at 10. Everyone else will be there at 3, I believe, so that way we can get teched in and everything like that first. So we'll get the car over there, let it get cooled down. So far, just a few driving impressions I have with the Posi-lock system is they are working really well. For a while, it felt like the front end was coming up more than normal, but I realized the back end was just not squatting as much. So the front end so the weight transfer wasn't so much the back end just sitting, it was the front end more coming up more and the back end staying solid, which felt like there was more traction. Haven't really had a chance to get on the car yet. Hopefully trans will be nice and I'll be able to really turn it up this weekend. If not, maybe I'll just turn it down and just have some fun. So there it is, guys. I'm going to get heading that way because I gotta get going, and hopefully we'll get some good results. That's the company that builds the turbo kit. Got some GTRs here, full interior. Shoot, Kyle 1320 over there. Man, this thing is bad.
Pair under the tunnel now, and there they go. See if we get any information on them. Not yet, but that is a Mustang on the left side. Well, looks like the Mustang is going to take this one pretty handily. 843 or 842 with the
I am just doing the roll racing. I am taking off the aero. Car seemed to do pretty well. I was gonna leave it on because I think it looks better with it on. Car was doing pretty well. Went 153 on only 14 PSI. Yeah, you read that right. I wasn't gonna run the car hard. Got some things coming in that I wanted to make sure the car wasn't hurt for. But yeah, 14 PSI going 153 is huge, huge potential for mile an hour, especially based on what the car turned up on kill would be. So I'm gonna take all the aero off, gonna slowly just start working up the car. Not gonna go on kill or anything like that, but we'll turn it up just a little bit more today. We'll see what it does. So I'm gonna take the splitter workers off, the gurney flap's already off. Not gonna show you guys how to do that. I can make a video, put it in the comment if you want a video on how to take all that stuff off, let me know. If not, I'm just gonna do it. So while I'm taking these off, let's talk about roll racing. I know a lot of people think it's just, you get up to the start line and you go. With these type of events, to make sure it's even, it's a lot more to it than that. You gotta make sure your speed's right, the cars are lined up. When some guy in the stand sees all that, the tree drops green and the race is on. But so like that's kind of like, you get on the street, you can, if you do race on the street, you can take forever, get lined up. Here you have a certain start zone that you have to be lined up by or there's no run. But what I know definitely threw me for a loop first couple times is when it comes to roll racing, what you do in a 1320, which is what a quarter mile is. So like, it doesn't matter if you start at 30, 50, whatever. What you would cross the quarter mile at is what you would do, what you should do from a dig. So yeah, so it blew my mind when I first figured that out. So 153 on 14 PSI is what this car is doing in the quarter mile. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. If you didn't know that, if you did, no new news for you. For those who don't know, look it up. It's true. What you do, roll racing in a quarter mile is what you would trap in a quarter mile, or at least very close to it. On the brakes, yeah. Okay guys, day 2 of MITM Elite is complete. This is the next morning. I'm gonna start doing that. I get home so late, I don't really want to talk about the day. I just go in and kind of get cleaned up because I've been sitting outside in the sun all day. 96 degrees here the last few days in St. Louis. The event is great. MITM just stands for Meet in the Middle. Gateway Motorsports Park or Worldwide Technology Raceway, depending on what you think of it, is in the perfect spot, centrally located, only about 600 feet above sea level. So DA is usually really, really good. But St. Louis in July is so hot. So moving into like September, maybe early November, but you don't want to get in the way of like World Cup, things like that, because then that mod nats, because then that really will limit the amount of cars showing up. Great idea. Maybe if it's a little cooler time of year, it'd be absolutely perfect. But car did really well. 14 PSI went 153, turned it up to 18 PSI went 162. Big jump there. The last race of the day, I was racing Kyle Loftus in his AMS R8. Turned it up a little bit, you know, because I had to. Blew the charge pipe off. I was so disappointed. Race looked kind of terrible. He came back afterwards like, hey, sorry I jumped there. Like, oh, it's okay, I had troubles. He goes, what happened? I blew the charge pipe off. So he was cool about it. He did admit to jumping, which I think is pretty cool on his part. He definitely didn't need to admit that, but that's just what happened. But yeah, 162, only 18 PSI, got a lot more left in the tank. Not gonna tell you guys what kill are, but I had 5 on the scramble and that wasn't even kill yet. So car's got a lot more in it. Not gonna push it much more. Roll racing's done. My goal for the weekend was just 162, or was actually 160, and only 1,320 feet. We were not racing the 1,500 like I originally thought. They changed it just because the runoff and gate weight isn't quite enough. But only 1,320 feet in actual quarter mile, 162 means car's making some steam at 4,255 pounds. Weighed the car immediately after the pass. So maybe if we got some weight out of this thing will be an absolute track monster. But I got some errands to run this morning. Not gonna get up to Gateway immediately in the morning. Today is all drag racing stuff. Hopefully I'll be up there a little bit later today. I'll get you guys some videos of that. I did have some videos of some test and twos last night. The Grana Supra went 690 right off the trailer and they just put it back up. Stick shift class is gonna be, I don't even know if anyone will even come close to that in the stick shift class, but there is some good racing all the way around. Most of the stick shift class is going 7s, which is insane. DCT class, the GTRs were actually having issues launching because they were all running slicks, and I think the prep was too good, not allowing them to slip at all, so they're all having launch issues. Prep is absolutely on kill. Some guy lost his shoe at, I think, it's like the 600 foot mark. Track pulled the shoe off. Track is absolute kill. So they're maybe a little better DA, we'd see some records, but still some be some decent passes this weekend. So I'm gonna get going, get Zeus inside, run some errands. We'll pick it back up at the track.
Qualifying round 2 for the Elite Streets.